Welcome to part 4 of The Entertainer. If you've been following along with my other tutorials, you'll be delighted to learn that you'll be able to play one of the two big chunks that I'm showing you today. So I'm trying to give you two parts of the song, two for the price of one, and it should be pretty easy for you if you've already walked through the second tutorial, okay? At least half of this, what I'm showing you. All right. So if you've been following along, you've just learned from the third tutorial something that sounds kind of like this. I'm going to play it for you so you know in context where we are, but I'm not going to show you how to play it. You can always jump back and watch it. But it sounds like this. Basically that, and you know that little lead-in goes into something that you want to hear, probably this. And so I'm going to show you the next part that we're learning today, and it is that. So here's the lead-in, and here's the part we're learning today. One of the two parts. So if you're really quick, you notice right at the end there I did something a little bit different from part 2, and it's really subtle. So basically, that part is exactly from my second tutorial with one little difference. The very end is with the left hand, instead of playing C and then bounce to complete the C chord. So in the second tutorial, you played a C and then you played an E, G, and a C twice. That was the end of that part. But the end of this part is very similar. You do the first two chords, or note chord, and then instead of bouncing for the second time on that chord, you're going to invert it once and bounce on this. So it sounds like this. Alright, so what I'm playing there is a C with my pinky, and then E, G, and C with my left hand to complete that chord, and then I'm jumping up to G, C, and E. So let's see if I can put it into context. So you've done this part, and you're leading in. And you play, your right hand is playing this. Alright, so that's it. Take your time and learn that part. That's the first of the two parts I'm showing you today. You can pat yourself on the back. You just learned a huge chunk really quickly. Alright, so the second part is sort of like the ending to that part. I'll give it to you in context. And then you've got this part that sounds like this. I'll play it first. It's spread out 2 octaves, and I'll show it to you later when we're working on camera. But for now, I'm just going to show it to you what it sounds like up here. It sounds like this. Sorry for kind of stumbling over the ending part there, but basically it's this. What I want you to sort of hear is this melodic line that sounds like this. Ba, 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 ba. Sort of like that. It's kind of like just a descending line. I think there's an Animaniacs song that uses the same sort of progression. Anyway, I'm getting off topic here. So what you want to do there is to play with your right hand. I'm going to show you in your right hand first. So you're going to be playing just octaves at first, and you're going to be starting with C's, and it's like this. And then you jump to add this, a third finger. So what's going on there is you're playing first octaves, C, D, E, C, D, E, C, D, C, E, C, D, E, C, D, C, E, C, D, E, B, D, C, and I left this part out for the last little second part. So I'm going to show that to you. I'm going to write all that, I'm going to write the root progression above here for the right hand, and you're going to have to just remember that you add in like the third here at a certain point. So you've got C, D, E, and right when you hit the E is when you're going to start the segment with your left hand, the progression. So you've got C, D, and then you're hitting C's with your left hand. C, D, E, C, D, C, E, C, D, E, C, D, C. So a lot of C, Ds, and E's. And then when you get to this E this time, at this point in the song, you're going to add this G. And basically you're going to be skipping a white note and playing this shape, this like, I call it a chicken bone shape, and you're still going to be doing a similar pattern. So still watch the root note. E, C, D, E, B, D, C, and the difference is you've added in like this third. Okay? So that's what your right hand is doing. I think it's pretty straightforward, especially because you've done something similar before. And what your left hand is doing is this little pattern I'm going to show you. So your right hand has just played C, D, and when it gets to these E's, octaves, sorry, you're going to be playing in your left hand C's, so octave C's. And then you jump up, so you've got, I'll show it to you here, C's, and then you jump up here and complete like this sort of a C chord, and it's like inverted. So you've got C's and then G, C, and E. So this shape here, you want to be thinking, so you know, remember how I told you to think about this descending melodic line? If you think about that, and then every other time think about this other pattern, you'll be able, it's like two patterns that are sort of zippered together. So the first zipper, and the second pattern, sort of like that. So your ears will probably recognize it, but I'm going to slow it down for you a little bit more and show you, get more in depth. So so see every other part of this thing, see it as like two separate lines that are zippered together, okay? So the left hand is zippered like this and the right hand like this. That'll help you think about it. So left zipper, C's, and then right zipper, G, C, and E. All right? Left zipper, B flats. Right zipper, same chord. Left zipper, A's. Right zipper, you're going to go, so basically an F chord, but you're doing A, C, and F. Okay, left zipper, A flats, same chord. Left zipper, G. Right zipper, that C chord from before. Excuse me, G, C, and E. Left zipper, G. You're going to just play one G, one low G here with your pinky. And then your right hand is going to jump up and play a G and a B. All right, and then you're going to, your left hand is, now that's the end of the zipper stuff, and you're going to play, it's like a C5 or whatever. It's just a C, a G, and a C, that chord, and then you're going to do this little lead-in thing that you will probably recognize, G, A, B, and then your right hand's doing this thing. Okay, so that's the whole part. I know it's kind of involved. I'll show it to you one more time as slowly and as carefully as I can play, so I'll try not to mess it up. And you can hopefully, with all that new knowledge, watch my hands, and I'll slowly try and see if we can figure it out, all right? So we've got octaves, and I'll play it together so you can see my whole hand, even though it's not played like this. This is so hard. I gotta play it up here because it's too hard for me. So watch my thumb and just know that the roots are what matters. That wasn't perfect. I was using my ears to fudge it a little bit, but hopefully you'll be able to pick out the difference from what I taught you in the first part. So the one other thing that I need to tell you is that little ending there, that's only played the first time through. So the first time through, you play that ending just like I showed you. And then you're going, there's a repeat in the music there. So you jump back. You jump back to the other parts that I taught you, not the intro. You jump back to like the second tutorial. And the other thing is, like, when it comes back through, you're going to be having the second time you play that the main chunk that I showed you, the second of the two chunks that I showed you today, you're going to have a different ending. Okay, it's just the last measure, and the only difference is instead of going like this, bum, 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 it's got a similar style, but it's a little bit different. You still play this chord, this like C, G, and C chord, and the difference is you play then G's and C's, blah, G's, C's. So instead of, you're doing this chord, octaves on G's, and then octaves on C's lower. All right, and after you do that, so you've just played that, and then you play this C chord, and then blah, blah, blah. All right, and then your right hand is going to do this. It's actually just 3. And we're going to get into the next part in a later tutorial, but probably worth mentioning now just so it's on your radar. And basically what your right hand is doing there is you've just played this C, E, and C chord, and your right hand basically just jumps down, inverts what you were playing so that you're playing this E in your thumb and the C and the E in with your 3 in your pinky. And you're going to just climb the ladder kind of. Watch my thumb. C, F, F sharp. All right, and the shape is exactly the same for the other fingers. So everything is relative to itself. C, E, C, and G, F, D, and F, F sharp, D sharp, and F sharp. And that's going to lead us into the next part. So that's the whole tutorial for today. I really hope it helped you. I know it was a little bit tricky this time around, but leave me some comments and I'll do my best to explain. And I really hope it helped you. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.